Right, it's the 80s apart again, because what I want to do is address the low power, and I think I know why. So it's my own fault, but I wanted to really err on the side of caution, because the last thing I wanted to do was be firing out this bloody big 2.5 projectile at some umpteen over the 12 foot-pound limit. So anyway, so first thing I'm doing, I thought I'd change the brake seal, the piston seal, but obviously I didn't. So this piston is still hot from the boiling water, but this is a Brit seal piston seal. It is considered to be an upgrade, and if anything it can actually add power because of its efficiency or thereabouts. But when you compare it to the other one that I took out, you can see but one's obviously, come on focus, the bottom one obviously is got more of a skirt to it, whereas the top one is quite flat and parallel. So I don't know if obviously that was causing a bit of the low power. It was certainly fine when I was using the .22 barrel, but yeah, this one is an upgraded part for sure. So that should certainly help, and the fact that I put this back together dry, so obviously you have got the friction of the rubber against the inside of the cylinder, increasing friction, reducing the speed that the piston can shoot down the chamber. So that's the first part. The cocking shoe, I don't know if this is a new one, an old one, don't know. Honestly don't know. I know obviously the action's a bit of a cobbled together between a Mark II and a Mark III, but I don't know about the pistons and that. But yeah, it certainly fits in there nicely. And what I'll do is I'll actually lube up the with a bit of molly grease the actual cocking slot itself, so it moves a little bit easier. Next thing is the piston guides. So this is Weihrauch standard factory. This is a TBT kit where it comes in two pieces, and this was a guide for a Titan spring, which is a little bit beefier, a little bit longer. Top hat's a little bit longer as well. And then this is from TR Rob. So this is actually metal. It's got a metal top hat and a contact washer. Contact washer? I don't know. Insert the real word there somewhere. A friction washer. So they do all fit inside. They don't sort of stick out, as it were. So they're not too long. You know, it all fits. So I'm not entirely sure which one to use. I'm tempted to try and use the metal one because it's a bit stronger, whereas the plastic ones are a bit lighter, which obviously means it's already a big heavy piston anyway. If I can try and reduce some of the sprung mass that moves, it should fire a bit quicker. But then again, it's got a massive projectile stuck up the barrel, and it might need a little bit of oomph to get up there. This is a standard HW80 spring. Maybe I could get a export on an FAC spring so it is longer to add some more preload, because I can pretty much do this and undo it without the need of a clamp. I think it needs a little bit more preload, lubrication, better seal, and it should ping out a lot better. That's the theory. So I don't know which one of these to go for. I think I might start with a metal one. Lots of meters of me to go on. Put it together, hopefully with the extra little bit of length, because I don't really want to start adding power washers to these, because you're not actually adding spring, you're just adding a bit more preload. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'll go with this one. Yes. Right, so a little bit more preload, putting that back in. The cocking shoe, again, fits in there nicely. Just need to lube up the spacers, or the shims, sorry. Put the barrel back on and test it. Right, so action's back in the stock. Just need to put the screw in. And let's see, fingers crossed it still cocks. And then I can go out in the garden and put a few pellets through it. Make sure it doesn't shake it to bits. And then see about trying to put it over the chrono. Please cock. I won't let go because I've only got one hand. But that is cock locked and ready to make some boom boom. Right, let's stick a pellet in it let's go. Right, I should have known last time I was shooting it that something was not quite right and he was a bit underpowered, because I believe that when I hit the can, he just dented it. It didn't actually go through. Bearing in mind I was only about 6 foot back. Something went right. So as long as this goes through the can, we should be higher power. So the seals have been done, we've been greased, we've got a bit more preload. We're going to be using a RWS Superfield. Can't remember how big these are. Anyway, so we'll shoot one shot, see if it goes in the can. It's a bit different. No idea where the pellet's gone. No idea. Anyway, but yeah, so obviously packing more punch now. So that's a bit better. So we'll get scoped up and see if we can actually see what this bad boy's doing. It might need quite a few pellets through it before I chrono it though, just to make sure it's proper loosened up. But as long as it's shooting and aiming where it should be, I'll take that. Because the spring is already spragged, as it were, so it doesn't need loosening or bedding in, but it's just the internals. It's the piston seal. So yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? So I found the pellet. This is a 2.2. This is a 2.5. So yeah, it's obviously, I mean, not only did it punch through the tin, but it obviously hit the back plate, and it's completely deformed, unlike the other ones where it's just a bit nudged. So yeah, it's obviously putting out more power. How much? I don't know, I just need to see. I have got a bit more wiggle room that I can adjust the preload. But fingers crossed, it was literally just, it needed a bit of lubing and a better seal. Right, it's all back together again now. Just need to wait for the school run to finish. A little bit later in the day. And I'll see about putting this outside and see if we can actually do some target work. Right, so not the best. I'm having to aim off quite a lot. It's shooting high and to the right, and I am aiming off quite a lot still. So I've sort of maxed out a bit the scope adjustments. I really need to look at how the scope's mounted. It's probably needs to be just jiggled a little bit. No idea why we had one shot going massively to the right, but there you go. But yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots within a 2p group. It's not bad for me sort of far-arsing around. Just quickly put it downrange. What we'll do, I'll see about getting the chrono out. Putting a quick little shot string together and see exactly where we end up at the end of the day. Right, so I'm going to have to end this video here really with a bit of a null conclusion, because the first one was putting in about 16 foot-pounds with the heavy pellets, 14 with the lighter ones. Changed it for a slightly smaller spring, took out the top hat and the washer. Lighter one was at 14 foot-pounds and the heavy 31. We're putting out just over 12, so it's a little bit better. I just need to start fast around with the spring. But the biggest problem I've got, I don't know why they're all shooting over there. I've got no more adjust for windage or elevation. But yeah, that's the biggest problem. So I might start mucking around with the spring. I'll put it to one side for now until I decide what I need to do. I need to sort out the trigger, get the spring for it properly. But other than that, yeah, it'd be fun to shoot it, but if I can't, I can't. I can. We'll go from there. Never mind. Right, so after all the testing being over, I'm going to put a HW87 spring in it, and it's under. It's running 10.5. So that will do, and we'll see if we can get it accurate.